This video is brought to you by Liquid IV and Harry's. More on them after the reaction. Citizens of the Reject Nation, it is time to watch a show that has, I feel like it's shaping up to be so far might be their best season, in my personal opinion, of The Bad Batch Season 3. Mr. Tesler, do I have anything in my stash? Good. It's our Star Wars sage over here.
Clean your stashes, yes.
We're gonna watch this. Use the Force to leave a like, subscribe, and click that bell to get notified when our reaction is up for the next episode. Thank you to Prepper for helping us edit down these highlights. As always, full-length reaction watch along where you sync it with your own copy of The Bad Batch Season 3 available for our Super Sexies over at our Patreon page. Thank you to all been joining. John and I also cover several things exclusively with highlights and watch along included. Anyway, let's watch Bad Batch. Hey!
Of Sid. It's weird because it's episode 5, so it should be like Strikes Back. Oh.
That's what kept her going, knowing she would be reunited with her doll.
I love this. Feels like Ray's theme.
How'd you sleep?
Better than ever.
Delivery from Shep and Liana.
Another one.
They're happy you're back, and so are we.
Where's Crosshair?
Where's Crosshair?
He wasn't in the ship when we woke up. He's still adjusting.
Are you guys adjusting? Have you adjusted?
They've got their coffee. They're fine. I appreciate that this has allowed Wrecker to become just a more elevated character, not
Very
just
true.
a caricature.
Hey, Z.
Greetings, Omega.
Oh,
Batcha.
I'm so glad that they didn't just write off Batcher.
Shep and Liana found you then.
Their ability to do so is uncanny.
I know what you're doing, Crosshair. You can't keep hiding. You need to talk to Hunter.
I'm not hiding.
I'm avoiding.
Being a sniper is more than just looking through a scope. It's about patience, reading the environment, and knowing when you've got eyes on you.
He's so cool.
They don't trust me.
Of course not.
Not sure it was a good idea to give Crosshair back his rifle. Omega trusts him. That's good enough for me.
Now you guys have to have like a therapy session.
It's Echo!
Echo!
Yes!
Glad to see you're back safe.
I love how cheery this music is this episode.
Now hug for me.
It depends how good your intel is.
I want a hug.
Oh, the clones are going to try to take Mount Tantis down.
Yeah, of course they have to.
That's brilliant.
We have Nalisay's data pad, but it isn't working anymore. If we can get it online, we should be able to pull more intel on Tantis.
You could have schematics, entry points.
Oh, I love schematics.
If only there was someone that was mostly droid.
Imperial encryption will be a problem.
Plugging it into an Imperial terminal will bypass the encryption.
Where do we get one of those?
I know a facility. Remote, understaffed.
Ah.
Oh, on the ice planet.
Gonna go back.
It shouldn't be a problem to infiltrate.
Crosshair, Echo, and I will go to this facility. Rekka and Omega, you stay here.
But I left all those clones behind. I need to do this, Hunter.
Never leave a brother behind.
You need Omega in on the mission. It's better to stay together. She's grown up a lot without you guys. She's my favorite character on the show now.
You got a lot of hate for that.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Why?
Wrecker is the best character on the show.
Let them hate.
Haters gonna hate.
You think I should stay behind too?
You're capable, but you are still a kid.
I'm older than you are, little brother.
Best dynamics.
Here.
Oh,
My old armor.
It never felt right to get rid of it.
Oh, Wrecker.
say thank you. I appreciate that this is somehow like a beautiful family drama.
Well, yeah, I mean, the first episode or second one, there's so much about the disparaging differences between Crosshair and Hunter. So to watch this resolve happening is very intriguing. Beautiful.
I'm so glad that we're back here. This was so important for Crosshair. That might have been one of the best episodes of Star Wars, full stop.
Hey, it does fit.
Still need to, like, polish it off. But, man, that's a sexy outfit.
Really is.
Oh, yes. Same bird from that episode.
You said this outpost was remote, not abandoned entirely.
Well, I didn't get daily intel briefings in my cell.
Betcha! What is it?
The sensors are giving off a high-frequency tone. She must be reacting to it. What are the sensors for?
Perimeter detection against local raiders.
You didn't think to warn us about these raiders before?
They were all dealt with.
And how do you know that?
Take a guess.
You're not saying the right things to sound trusted, Crosshair.
I think they still have a lot of stuff to resolve.
Kill each other later. Let's crack into the data pad and get out of here.
Every line they say is, "You don't trust me, and I don't trust you."
I said talk to him, not argue with him.
He started it.
Children. She has to be the grown-up amongst them.
Literally just like Thanksgiving in
Yeah.
space.
Paul Badger's like, "This looks fun." Oh, he's not just a cute character. He's an essential.
Was this the little outpost that the clones were stationed in?
These are all great questions, Michael.
Because they're going to find a lot of abandoned armor, and it's going to be real sad. Or not.
Plug it in, plug it in.
The power to this outpost has been nearly depleted by the sensor beacons.
Then we need to divert all power to this depot.
On it.
Some kind of creatures or something are going to breach the perimeter.
I think Crosshair uses Alpha Jaw,
Yes.
the product.
Yes. Yep. I said that was going to happen. Sorry. Oh, that's so sad. They're your friends. Oh, his actual friend.
Go talk to him, Hunter.
Oh, sounds like the Rains of Castamere.
Great visual. Hunter can detect he's experiencing pain right now.
Very inquisitive, Grit.
Yeah, very obvious visual. I'm an inquisitive guy.
That's why you react.
That's why I react to point out the most obvious things.
That should do it.
Yeah, what kind of crazy ice creature is going to come out?
A Snowlack. Snow monsters terrify me. It's already so hard to like navigate in the snow. Well, there's an automatic you're combating a weather at the same time whenever you fight a snow monster.
All right, that's a cool looking Pokemon.
Are you going to be my shadow everywhere?
I know you. There's more you're not telling us, and I'm done waiting. What did you do to finally get on the Empire's bad side? Betray them like you did with us?
And that's emotional based, man. You're gonna be a great shot once you overcome this shit.
You thought we'd take you back and not ask questions? I don't think so. Tell me what changed. What happened, Crosshair?
Oh, don't get physical.
I killed an Imperial officer.
Ooh.
Oh, don't pretend like this is all about me. I tried to warn you, Hunter. I risked everything to send you that message. You ignored it.
Great scene.
She went through what she did because you failed.
Oh, Jesus.
You're angry because she escaped with my help.
As this conversation rises, the monster's coming too. I love the duel of it.
Move!
Oh. Wow, 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 wow. You're gonna need that ship.
It's really cute. I feel like it can eat that door.
I guess we know what the perimeter sensors are meant to keep out.
Claustrophobia, man.
No chance of taking out the ship with that thing out there. We have to restore power to the sensor beacons.
Somebody's going to have to go out there.
One of us needs to get over there and reset the grid manually.
Who?
We'll have to draw the creature beyond the sensors before they reboot, or we'll be trapped inside the perimeter with that thing.
And that's the rest of the season.
Could you imagine?
I'll handle it. Not alone. We'll do it together. I'll spot you both from the tower.
So I'll make sure you two are on your best behavior.
I think I would have been okay with just 30 minutes of them just sitting down and talking.
It's a necessary conversation. You guys will perform at your optimal best if you resolve this beforehand. Sometimes teamwork needs to talk first before going into action.
Do you think that because they plugged it in there that the Imperials will go to this planet and figure out what they're up to?
Ah! Why try shooting it?
Hunter!
Show you care. You show you care. You get in there.
Why is there always a huge monster?
Self-aware Star Wars. You're here for it. If Batcher doesn't make it out, I'm done.
No, Batcher's gonna be I hit a burp.
I put that together. Thanks, Greg.
Can you get outside the perimeter from down there? I'll follow the tunnel north and find out. We'll track you from up here.
Does that mean my snow monsters being scary? You're combating weather. It's a terrifying scenario every time. There's elements.
Target spotted. It's right on your tail.
About 100 meters and closing.
Got it.
Time to increase that 53 to 60. Shoot with purpose. Oh, this is a really well done sequence. Whoa.
Okay, I found the fuse box.
Good. Now prime the breaker.
Breaker.
You're about 400 meters from the perimeter.
No sign of that thing.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Would you rather be underground or above ground while this is happening?
Above. That way you have some eyes on you.
Can
There's
look
more
at the sky before
familiarity.
you get eaten.
There's more familiarity. Underground, you're strictly in that creature's territory.
Found a weak point in the ice. Try to dig through.
You'll try.
Glad you heard me properly.
Just pet Batcher. That was so cute.
What next, kid?
Cycle the navigator. They should be to the right of the main breaker.
I appreciate that Omega has taken on this tech type role. She's
It's
clearly
true.
learned a lot.
Fills the role.
Hunter, should I activate the beacon?
Wait, we have to make sure
The worm is past the perimeter.
Whoa.
Get up here.
Not yet. Where's the worm?
I can't find it.
It's like a dune monster. Dune sandworm. Snow worms.
No worm.
It's past the perimeter.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
agree.
I'd be
Above
above ground. Whoa. The design kind of looks like a dragon from How to Train Your Dragon.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. You better run. Do a nod. That's right.
Good nod.
That's how guys make up. We don't need to speak.
Yeah, they don't really teach emotional intelligence on Camino.
Wow, the blending is so great with the armor and the...
I know it.
Oh, look at that. It's excellent.
I really hope we get more of this animation style.
See? They always work it out. And I don't even see any blood this time. We're closer to finding and freeing those clones.
I wish I could have done more to help them.
And you did exactly what you're supposed to do. You got out of there.
You survived.
The ones who live.
Crosshair's going to stay here. I'm going to build a community here, guys.
Hunter, I thought I knew what I was getting into with the Empire. I thought I was being a good soldier.
Huh.
Nobody really understood what was happening back then.
I've done things. I've made mistakes.
I have regrets too, Crosshair. All we can do is keep trying to be better.
It's a great life lesson.
There just might be hope for us yet.
I really think this is going to be their best season. It's like you got your own mortis bird.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Hashtag Crosshair Force sensitive.
It's like the bird was hovering around them, and now the bird's flying away. It's time to let go.
It is time to
Move
let go.
forward.
You are the bird, Crosshair.
Painting. Look at that. A really solid episode where you're just with your core group of characters. All right, Reject Nation. So today I want to share something with you that has been a wonderful addition to my health and fitness journey that I discovered during the holidays, and that is Liquid IV's Hydration Multiplier. I'm down to my very last packet, and I'm freaking out, but it's okay. I got more in the mail. Now, a lot of you have been so kind to notice how I've been working on my physical health. Thank you for all the compliments. And one thing I learned is that proper hydration is absolutely crucial, especially post-workout and pre-filming after post-workout. And my wife actually introduced me to this product, which is perfect because we not only care about quality, but a good taste and quality product. So whether it's after a sweaty workout or just after, a good night out, you know what I'm saying? Efficient hydration and replenishing electrolytes is key. You just feel better, and it tastes fantastic. I can't emphasize that enough. Another thing that I'm always on the lookout for too is products that have zero sugar or zero sugar added, because that's one of my main dietary restrictions throughout the week. And they of course got products that fit that description that also taste good too. So yes, thank you so much. So Liquid IV's Hydration Multiplier is, in summary, is they are a non-GMO electrolyte drink that delivers hydration into your bloodstream faster and more efficient than water alone. Because sometimes drinking a whole gallon is not always efficient, but in fact it can provide the same hydration as drinking 2 to 3 bottles of water. I'm also big on efficiency. Plus, it's packed with 11 essential vitamins, and we know vitamins are good for the body. It's vegan, soy-free, gluten-free, and dairy-free. You can customize the water amount to your taste. Again, perfect for post-night recovery, traveling, or just having a big night out. You know what I mean? So, if you want to boost your support for the channel and boost your hydration game, go to liquidiv.com and use promo code REJECTS at checkout. That's liquidiv.com, promo code REJECTS. And remember, Liquid IV, it's not a real IV, but it sure feels like it. So stay hydrated, stay healthy, and let's keep crushing those health and fitness goals together in the year 2024. Thrilled to be partnering with a brand I've been using for nearly 2 years now, and that's Harry's Razors. I'm generally more drawn to anything that goes against the norm, and Harry's does just that in the grooming world. They saw the high prices in the industry and decided to blaze their own trail with quality and affordability. I keep a beard, but whenever you see these cheeks and the neck clean, and that's the work of Harry's right there. Keeps my wife happy, and Harry's makes it effortless. They're precision blades that cut smoothly with less drag, making every shave satisfying. And yes, it's versatile for other areas too, you know what I mean? So as a Harry's devotee, I can vouch for their value. You can experience unparalleled comfort and quality in your grooming routine where exceptional craftsmanship meets affordability, making a smart choice for a top-notch shave without breaking the bank. Their kits and value packs for shaving are unbeatable, but Harry's is not just about shaving. Again, they offer top quality, thoughtfully designed grooming products, including shampoo, conditioner, and amazing body wash, without the premium price. Quality, affordability, that's the thesis of this. Now these I actually pulled right from my own bathroom. I regularly use their 5-blade razor with a nice weighted handle and their foaming shave gel. Man, it is a game changer. I just like the feel of it. Now I have to commit to keeping this in my hand the whole time because I'm not going to go to the bathroom in the middle of shooting this. The handles, they feel perfectly balanced, and the razor's sleek design is a classy addition to my bathroom. And the quality of the shave, unparalleled. Gotta reiterate, key part of my weekly grooming ritual because their entire range of products fits seamlessly into my routine. Definitely no reshoots here. Their German engineered blades are durable, and refill plans are economical. Rarely use the word economical, but I'm using it now. Plus, their commitment to high customer satisfaction and no-risk trial makes Harry's a no-brainer. This gel really does feel good. Let me say once more, choosing Harry's means quality and affordability. By grabbing your $13 trial set for just $3 at harrys.com/rejects, you're not only getting a great deal, but you're also supporting this channel. That's harrys.com/rejects for your $3 trial set. Stay sharp and embrace the extraordinary with Harry's. Till next time, Reject Nation. Till next time. No addition, other than the AZ something? Yeah, it's in the credits. Get the name right. I keep forgetting the name. AZ1? 2? AZ1 3? AZI 3? Yeah. Easy?
AZ.
AZ? It's AZ.
AZ.
Oh, I've been saying AZ.
AZ.
IZ.
AZ.
IZ3. Okay.
Meow.
Well, yeah, I thought this was another really solid episode. I think that they've managed to find a way to make good drama when it's just scenes when it's two characters talking, like they know the underlying tension, the subtext behind every dialogue. I think is so strong, and that's personally to me, I'm like, I feel like we've been here watching this show sort of mature. And this is the elements like that I find to be the most mature. And at 3 out of 4 episodes, I think I've been really 4 to 5. 4 to 5 episodes, I think I've been really strong. And I loved this. And there's so much. This whole episode was about like resolve and moving forward, and even like you have to even take Crosshair right back to this moment in time where a choice was made. And it's so much about being
that trauma.
Crosshair's at a crossroads constantly, and now he has to make that path moving forward. And I think there's like good symbolism here. I really like this episode a lot.
It's fun to watch a progression of characters the way that we have with this small, intimate group that in so many ways I feel like represents the clone experience. And I think that's like one of the neatest parts about this whole Star Wars animated world, that they've built out, that a lot of us started watching this when we were kids, and we have seen these characters grow up, go through insane trauma, and need to unravel and unpack that.
Yeah.
And, it always strikes me like how many feelings you can feel in the animated format, especially for these characters that, like, when the Bad Batch was first introduced, like one of the big critiques was like, oh, they're such caricatures.
Sure.
You got like Rambo and, this big wrecking ball of a character. And
Yeah, it felt like backdoor pilot. Here we go.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
but it's every one of them has such a deep, interesting role to play, and I'm so curious about how this is going to end, because I can see it going in like 2 very different directions. One, I love this idea that the Bad Batch's arc as a group of characters, as a family, will close and will be unrelated to this clone rebellion, this freeing on Tantis. And I think that might be saved for a side project, whether it be a limited series or an animated film or something.
I think they're going to resolve it in this season.
You think so?
I think that's where all roads are leading to here, and then I think it'll still set something up. But I feel like this is where it's leading to is them. It seems like a clear. If you think about like a season structure,
Yeah.
It starts off on Tantis. They're captured. They're prisoners. Now it's about liberation.
I'm just so curious if that's the right move.
Well, I think it's also about them finding freedom too, and so much about. I think it's them liberating the people at Tantis is symbolic for our main core characters. So structurally speaking, it makes sense.
And
to
even
me.
being
But,
and even being accepted as like real brothers. I think that was always kind of like the chip on the shoulder of the Bad Batch, but having kind of now fully earned their keep, and to recognize that they're all family. It's I just love the tone. I love how dark it is. I thought the music for this, it really kind of underscored how intense the rest of the season's been, to have like some nice levity in that music. I mean, it like reminded me of Rey's theme, where there's like a little bit of like wonder and mysticism having Omega be free. Well,
I think the snow landscape too. This show has constantly been, I feel like, really great at depicting. And the monster, as much as we get these like mega monsters where they all kind of like blur together after a certain point, because they're all a lot of them are the same. And I was going to piss people off, but it's like they either kind of look like a Sarlacc pit or they kind of look like this. But I thought the usage of the game of how to defeat it was not just, all right, we got to find a way to like blow it up,
well, it's
just
funny. It
run
reminded
away
me
from-
of Rebels
in a sense,
a little
yeah.
bit. Yeah, when they needed to set up the perimeter for the whatever the heck those things were called on the Rebel base planet. But yeah, I mean, it's nice. I feel like they've borrowed that from like the games and from other shows, and but I really maintain I could listen to these characters talk about their feelings, and that's it, and I'd still be so content with this show.
I feel like the clones of what they represent in Star Wars is a really interesting conversation. If you, like in a sort of philosophical sense, I think Star Wars has this really unique thing with artificial intelligence, whereas like sometimes you just treat them like they're robots, and other times you treat the AI like they're a living being, you know, and I think clones are somewhere in that middle line of that. Like you are this creation of life, and you are created specifically to serve a purpose, yet you are conscientious, yet you have consciousness, yet you're sentient. And we go, oh, you're a human living organism, so it makes sense. But I'm like, but at a certain point, artificial intelligence is also that. So I think there's this weird middle ground with the clones that I find interesting. Of they open up that door to me of the purpose of life.
Well, I think Star Wars also has done always a great job at echoing history and real things. And I mean, it's hard not to like, that like scene in Obi-Wan where you see the clone trooper, on the side of the street begging for money with his helmet. It's hard not to like see a Vietnam vet, or an Afghan or Iraq war vet. And just to remember that like we place so much like love and patriotism around these individuals. And then the minute that they're no longer in uniform,
Don't take care of them.
we don't take care of them.
No.
And in worst cases, we do the opposite, where we deter them and we put them in awful conditions.
Yeah.
And I think I agree with your sentiment about, the Empire definitely has like an AI replacement mentality of like, all right, whatever the new shiniest, whatever the new is, we're going to move on to that, and we'll discard the old as though it's just equipment. But the reality is that it is people that are left behind. And
Well, I mean it more in the sense of like how we treat, like C-3PO and R2-D2.
Sure.
We don't treat them as just robots that you can turn on and off, even though like you do sometimes in this world. They are beings. Like we saw them get like obliterated. Like, no, they died.
yeah.
But it's like, but they're just a machine. No, but they're life. But why are they life? And it's the same thing with the clones.
Well, that's the fun thing about, I think, the juxtaposition with the clankers. Like you have
Remind me.
clankers.
Yeah.
That's just the name of the droids that were part of the Confederacy of the Independent Systems.
Okay.
It's just like the battle droids.
Yes.
Clankers. It's okay, Greg. You're okay.
I've always wanted to see are those the ones in like Phantom, like the clankers?
No, it's literally
all the droids?
any and
Is
all
it all
battle
them?
droids.
Really?
Anybody that fought on the side of the CIS in the Clone Wars.
Oh, it's just a general name for them.
Yeah,
not a
it's
specific droid.
That's like if you were to call
you
like
don't want to ask droids.
if you were to like call like Germans Jerry's, like they did in World
Yeah.
War II, like that was what the clones came up with.
What
To
were-
like,
what were-
oh, they're clankers. But this idea of all throughout the Clone Wars, they kind of echoed this sentiment. Did it again? Of these are robots. These droids have no feelings. They have no heart. We are living, breathing soldiers. I think only to come to this reality that to the Republic and later Empire that they served, they really were no different. They were just a utilitarian tool, that was used as a means to an end. And ultimately, not to get overly like philosophical, but part of me thinks that the reason that clones grow at such rapid pace goes beyond just needing to raise an army really quickly. I think it also means disposing of an army very quickly.
Yeah.
And not allowing them to be around long enough to ever really make a profound impact, and to not need to worry about covering the cost of like their medicine and their healthcare and
Sure.
and housing and food and all of that. It makes me sad. It makes me sad. I know they're just imaginary characters, but they deserved better. They really did. And like you think about Rebels.
Well, you feel that because it plays on something real.
Yeah, well, and that's exactly it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know enough vets, and go to a VA hospital, and it's enough to make you lose all faith in humanity. But we forget, we move on, and I think that's an interesting theme about Star Wars, and perhaps a an unintentional theme, because there's only so much that you can, as much as Lucas knew about the Clone Wars, it was really just a throwaway line. But, all throughout the original trilogy, there's no mention or seeing. Like, the only thing that's left behind is like a little bit of the armor, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I think what's really devastating is by the time that we get to Rebels, as far as we know, there's only 4 clones out there.
Star Wars, though, there's always more Jedi out there. There's always more clones out there.
And I'm sure there are more, but it's hard to imagine that Rex wouldn't have continued to operate with all of them. He really just had 3 of them left there at the end.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm sad.
I'm sorry.
Good. He's sorry.
Overall, though, I think the episode, again, great character-driven narrative and emotionally provoking in the right sequences.
Yeah.
And resolve comes in the way how they would resolve.
And it shows it doesn't take action to make great animation. No, I think that's just a continuing theme of the quality of writing and world building and most essentially characters. But Reject Nation, what did you think? What were your thoughts? Do you think that we will see the Clone Rebellion unfold in the Bad Batch, or will it have a series of its own? And don't forget to use the Force to leave a like and subscribe and hit that magic little ding-dong bell so that Greg can get fed. Is that how that works?
Yeah, every time someone subscribes,
A little piece of kibble
get
comes out.
Yeah.
I got one.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a great idea. It's like a hunger strike, but for subscribers. Sad. Oh, God.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week for a 3-parter. 2-parter.
Mm-hmm.
Which presumably means something's going to happen.
Yeah.
God, I hope it involves Sid dying.
Nah.
That's all I want out of
I think
this
they wrote
show.
her out. They know.
I don't think so, because she was in the trailer.
Ah, shit. It's probably Asajj Ventress.
Asajj Ventress. I forgot about that.
They got to make a moment out of that.
Yeah. Oh, I have so many things to say about Asajj Ventress.
Well, tune in next week to find out.